Is this recording? And yeah, it is. Hey guys, this is Jepong3789. I'm sorry if I look kind of like a mess. I just woke up. It's my day off. Anyway, I'm gonna make dinner for my family tonight. Yay! We all know when you're cooking with Steve, all you need is a bottle of ketchup. But anyway, today we're making burgers, restaurant style burgers, like the kind you get at the fast food restaurants. Now I'm recording from my laptop because my video camera's being a bitch. So let's see if you can see. This is my meat right here. Alright, I'm gonna try to angle this in a way where you guys can see. That explains it. It was caught on my flash drive. Okay guys, you see that meat right there? Yeah, I'm gonna just take my flash drive out. Make things a lot more simpler. Alright. Let's take your meat. Now, you want to form your meat right now. And the thing is, you want to make it as flat as possible. You don't want it like a hockey puck, like a lot of people do at home. You want it flat. You just gotta work it. This is time consuming a little bit, but it's all worth it. And as you can tell, I don't cook that much. Probably be a lot more of a pro if I did. This looks like a giant burger right now. But, yeah. You just want to keep working it until you can get it really, really flat. And you see how flat that is right there? Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our burger in the freezer real fast until we're ready to take it out. This makes it easier for when I want to flip it. It'll make it easier to cook with. Also, it's just easier to cook with altogether. Alright? Now, I got a lot of ground beef here, so we'll just, this seems like a good amount. We're just going to repeat this step again. And you really want to work the ground meat, okay? Roll it around your hand a little bit, get it all smushed up, and just flatten it down with your hand. And you're not going for a hockey puck, remember guys, you want it really flat. You kind of want to form it too while you're doing this. Give it a nice shape to it. I'm just going to keep patting it down. You know what you guys are saying, it looks pretty flat. I'm going to try to conserve meat because I'm on a budget. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And I know what you guys are saying. You're probably bored as hell right now. Well, cooking is sometimes slow, but trust me, the end result, once you guys make this, it's going to be delicious. Now look at that. Look how flat that is. That's what you're going for. Okay? Now, I'm just washing my hands real fast, even though I'm going to be going with the meat. I don't want to touch my computer with, ground beef hands. I'll angle this time so you actually see me put it in the freezer. Can you see my freezer? Yeah. Sit. My other burger's right in here. I'm going to put this one right under it, on top of the popsicles or whatever. I'm going to take both of them out at the same time, and so, well, I'm horrible at math. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At 5:15, we will begin that. Now, I pre-cut some buns already. I don't have hamburger buns, but I got these roll buns. And what you want right now, we're going to fry them, make them really good. So, we got this. I'm going to go in the fridge and get some butter. And we have Country Crock butter, original. Take a look at that. That butter. What I'll put in my popcorn. Alright, got that sitting right there. I'm gonna get a butter knife now. Got a butter knife. Now you don't want globs, guys. You don't want globs of butter. You see? We're just gonna smooth it on there. Smooth it on. You guys can see I'm lightly smoothing it on. There's no globs. And this is to give it a buttery taste. It's going to be toasted on the oven. And as you can see, we got our butter right there. This is our top. Let me get a plate to put these on real fast. Let me move the lid out of the way. Don't you guys hate a small kitchen? It's pretty big, but I could use more room. Alright. We'll have that there. Let's get our... This is the bottom or top? This is top. Well, let's get our bottom now. Remember, you really want to get down there with your knife. You don't want globs. You want it really flat on the bun, the butter. Okay. We'll start again. This time, we'll start with the bottom of my second bun. And yeah, I know this guy's boring, so while I'm doing this, I'll tell you a story. Don't you all love Jepong3789 stories? Okay. When I was a kid, I always wanted to learn how to cook. But I was lazy, so I never bothered to ask how to cook. So, since I'm going to college, I decided, I gotta learn how to cook. Watch a couple YouTube videos, I watched my mom cook, and now I think I'm a pro. But once you guys try this recipe out, you can tell me if this recipe is good or not. And I know that story's kind of lame, but I just woke up, like I said, and yeah, you guys try coming up with a story right off the bat. Now look at that. I don't know if you guys can see, maybe the light's glaring, but see how flat that butter is? There's no globs on it. We got our buns now. Yeah, see, I'm moving the flour, so I don't really have the pans I would need. I do like a cookie baking thing, like right there, like a pan, like a rectangle pan to cook these, but I don't have them at the moment. So we're gonna have to do a little thing time consuming. The pan I got is right here. I'm gonna cook one bun at a time, like one piece of bun at a time. And yeah, it might be a little bit time consuming, but it's worth it. And don't worry guys, I'm just setting things up over here. When I'm ready to turn on the stove and all that, I'll be bringing the camera over to here. I mean, not turn on, so when I put the stuff in, you'll see. Okay. Bring this over here now. I am using this right now to cook my buns. We're first going to start off with a bottom bun. Just want to throw that down there. It's going to take a little bit to cook, guys. Don't know if you can see me, but it's more important that you see what I'm doing over here than me. I know you guys want to see my sexy face. But, yeah, we're going to just stick with the cooking right now. Okay, our burgers should be done in the freezer in a couple minutes. I'm gonna get a fork to check on my buns. It's coming along nicely. Now guys, when I put this on, I don't want to risk burning it. I didn't put it on high, I put it in the middle, kind of my thing goes up to like 8 and then high. I have mine set on like 7.5. I would say 7 or 8. I would not go above 8 because you don't want these to overcook your buns. Now, while the buns are cooking, I'm going to go check on my burgers. Alright, they're almost done. I'd say 3 to 4 more minutes and they'll be done in the freezer, and we can put them on the stove and we can start cooking. Check on my bun now. This is why a cooking sheet would be better, guys. Let me get a plate to put this in. The bottoms aren't really going to cook as well. I'm going to get a separate plate real fast so I can show you. It's because we're using an odd kind of pot right now, since we're moving, that it's not going to turn out the way I want. Right now, look at this. If you guys can see it, it's kind of cooked, but it's kind of not. It still has that buttery taste what I'm looking for, so I'm happy. I'm going to let this cool off over here, and I'm about to place my top in this time in my stove. Let's see if I got a better pot. I'm going to use this since it's kind of smaller than that one. I'll put this one here. I just have a feeling it'll cook better with a smaller pan. My top burger is done for now in the freezer. My bottom one needs about 2 more minutes. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to try to do this where you can see me. I get my burger on my spatula, as you can see. I'm just going to lay it on there. Now before, I know I didn't mention this, you always want to put a little bit of olive oil in this. Now, for what you need with salt and pepper, you don't need anything else. If you're going for a fast food style burger, you do not need anything salt and pepper. I mean, you do need salt and pepper. I mean, anything other is just adding extra. It's not needed. Now, I'm going to sprinkle my salt on my burger. I'm going to sprinkle some black pepper on there. Thing doesn't want to come out today. And my bun seems to be done now. It baked pretty good. It burned just a little bit on the sides, but that's good. You want a little crisp on your bun. We're just going to do the same thing with our bottom bun. My second burger is done in the freezer now, I think. Yes, it is. See, I made a little bit too big of burgers, so I'm going to have to cook one at a time with this. And it would help if I turned this part of the stove on. I'm going to set this to high. Perfect. We got one more bun left, guys. Bun right here. I'm just going to drop that in there. We now have our last part of our bun cooking, and we have our burger cooking now. Going to add in a little more salt to that. I feel like it needs it. We're going to even it out with a little more black pepper. And that's perfect. Just the way we got it. Now you want it crisp on the bottom. Looks like our last part of the bun is done. I don't know if you guys can see the steam this thing's coming off of, but oh yeah, this is probably the most perfect one of the day. Now we got this one that's a little bit better than that, but we are now done with that. Gonna put this here to cool off. Our burger's now cooking, guys. If I didn't have my own head attached to me, I'd probably lose it. Where's the spatula? Try it here. I want to pat it down a little bit just so it gets to cooking. So I'm just gonna pat it down a little more. Let's turn down the heat a little bit to 8. Let's see, I'm horrible at flipping. Oh yeah, these are coming good. Well, that's cooking right now. I'm going to get my other plate. This is the plate we're going to put the burgers on when they're done. Someone might be coming. Oh, that was my imagination. The first burger's done, guys. Look how good that looks, guys. Alright, now, I'm not going to make you guys sit through me making our burger, but I just want to make one for you guys. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my burger. Let me find a bottom. This is a bottom. I'm going to put it on my top. We're just going to turn this off for a minute. Now, I'm going to show each part of the bun real quick. You see, it got a little crisp, but the butter's still melted in there. And this is the top. This got kind of burnt too, but it's still there. And it's still good. Next thing I'm going to get what I want to put on my burger. I don't even know where I got this cheese. Don't even ask. This seems to be like a fair amount. I'm going to put the cheese here actually, because before I put the cheese on, I want to put ketchup. Yeah, guys, I'm farting. I know someone's gonna make that joke. Get it smushed in there. Put a slice of cheese. Let's take a bite. Delicious. This is it for this video. I'm gonna make the rest of them so I can service and start eating. Peace, guys.